Hello again, and today's lesson is all about small talk. It's a lovely day, isn't it? So we often use the term small talk, and we have an idea of what it is, but I thought it would be helpful before we start to get a definition of what small talk actually is. Small talk is a polite conversation about unimportant or uncontroversial matters, especially as engaged in on social occasions. Notice the word uncontroversial. This is really important because small talk allows people to communicate in a friendly way and build rapport without inadvertently offending anybody or getting too personal. Good small talk skills can help you meet new people, form positive business relationships, and even help you develop new career opportunities. So let's get started with some useful small talk. The weather. When discussing a topic about small talk, we just have to start with the weather. Talking about the weather in English is a bit of a cliche, but remains a feature of everyday conversation, at least in Britain, where you can literally have 4 seasons in one day. And one of the great things about talking about the weather is that it acts as an icebreaker, a way of initiating small talk. You might say something like, "Lovely weather we're having at the moment, isn't it?" "I can't believe this weather." "They say it's been the wettest March since records began." "It's incredibly humid, isn't it?" "It's icy out this morning." "It's sweltering hot today." "It's so windy out today. They say they had force 10 gales last night." "It's a beautiful day. It's a shame we're stuck in the office all day." "It's absolutely pouring down today." There are literally so many things that you can say about the weather for small talk. Think about the weather where you live and try and come up with some phrases that you might use. The weekend. Next up, it's the weekend. And when it comes to asking somebody about the weekend, you have 2 options. If it's early in the week, you can ask somebody about the past weekend. For example, the weekend that's just gone. If it's later in the week, you can ask them about up-and-coming plans for the weekend. So it's now Monday morning and you're asking about somebody's weekend, the weekend just gone. How was your weekend? Did you do anything exciting at the weekend? What did you get up to at the weekend? Did you do anything interesting this weekend? Now, it's later in the week, it's Friday, and you are asking about the weekend coming up. Now, a quick note of caution here. When you're talking about the weekend that's just about to happen, future plans, we need to make sure it's small talk. You don't want to accidentally ask somebody on a date, for example. So it might be a good idea to tell them your plans first. Are you doing anything exciting this weekend? Any exciting plans this weekend? What are you up to this weekend? We're off to Scotland. We're going to... If the weather is nice, we might go to... We'll probably just stay in this weekend. I've got lots of work to do. It's my son's birthday, so we're going to... Notice here that we tend to say going to rather than will. When expressing a possibility, you might say, "I'll probably," or you might just use the word might. So let's now look at another common topic of small talk, work. A very typical question might be, "What do you do?" "How long have you been working here?" "What made you want to become a nurse?" "What prompted you to go into law?" "What motivated you to become an accountant?" "Did you always want to become a doctor?" "What did you do before coming to the UK?" And in response, you might ask, "And how about you? What do you do? What about you?" Travel. Now, travel is another good topic. When we say the word travel, we often think about foreign destinations and exotic locations, but you might just want to talk about or comment about your journey to work. How did you get to work today? I heard there was a strike on the trains. Did you manage to get parked okay? Did you manage to find a parking space? It was chaos on the roads today. You can tell the kids are back at school. Luckily, I had my Learn English audiobook to listen to. Of course, talking about summer holidays and city breaks is a bit more fun. Are you going anywhere nice this year for your holidays? We went to Vietnam last year. It was amazing. Have you ever been? What are you up to this summer? Any holidays planned? We're off to Spain. My parents have got a villa in Mallorca. Did you have a nice summer? Did you go anywhere? We went to Italy. We went to Florence first and did a bit of sightseeing before going to stay at our chalet on Lake Como. Oh, lovely. Oh, really? I've been to Lake Como. Food. Now, food is another great subject we can use for small talk. We all eat it and most of us love it. A bit too much in my case. Is there anywhere we can get some decent food nearby? Where's the best place to get lunch around here? There's a coffee shop around the corner that does great sandwiches. What's your favourite kind of food? Have you seen they've opened a new Wagamama's nearby? Have you been to... I'm learning to make sushi at the moment. Do you like cooking? What's the canteen like downstairs? Have you been to that new vegan restaurant in the high street? So you all now know what small talk is and how to use it. And I also suggested that developing your small talk skills might be a worthwhile investment of your time. We looked at 5 topics today: the weather, the weekend, travel, work and food, and gave some examples of typical small talk phrases for each. But we've really just scratched the surface here today. I've given you some examples, but there are literally hundreds of topics and phrases that you could potentially use for small talk. I'm sure we'll be covering some of those in future videos. So until then, please like and subscribe the video if you enjoyed it, and I look forward to seeing you again in the near future. Bye for now.